Hi everyone, blessings. I pray everyone's staying strong in the Lord, clinging to the Lord during these hard times. I'm really making this video because I want to talk about something that Jesus really has been bringing to my attention. So in the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 28, Jesus says a very well-known verse. It says, bless those who curse you and pray for those who are harsh to you, who persecute you. And at first glance, this can seem so obvious, what Jesus is saying. He's basically saying, be nice to those who are mean to you, be nice to those who are harsh. And when we dig in deeper and when Jesus gives us more clarity, we can see that Jesus is really talking about taking the control back from your enemies. And he's also talking about not imitating those behaviors that we profess to not like. That is something that we see so common in our world that I did back in the days that I see my children doing, and that I see a lot, through social media. So I see people saying things like, if people don't visit me, I'm not going to visit people. Why should I be kind to people if they're not nice to me? I treat people the way they treat me. This is the type of things that we're seeing. And so Jesus has brought to my attention that we are not supposed to do this, because in doing this, what we're really doing is becoming the person that we profess not to like. So we ourselves are turning into that person. So let's say, for example, a person dyes their hair orange, right? And comes to you and you don't like that orange. You do not like that color, and you want the person to know that you really don't like that orange color. So now what are you going to do? Are you going to go and get that same orange color? That doesn't really make any sense. For you to show someone that you don't like that color, you're going to get the same color, do the same thing. No, you're going to get a different color. You're going to show that the appropriate color, the color that you actually find appropriate or nice looking, So this is what we do when someone doesn't visit us. When we sit here and do the same thing, we're basically telling the person, I like what you did. That was good what you did. It was so good that I'm going to imitate it. And it really doesn't make any sense when we do those things. What we really need to be doing, and what Jesus is advising us to do in this verse, is to really show the person by using the behavior that you find appropriate. And so if people don't visit you and you don't like that, what you do is you show the right thing, the right way, and you go visit people, because you're showing, this is what I find appropriate. This is what I find right. And so, my daughters do this all of the time. Alana and Caitlin, I have two daughters, Alana and Caitlin, and they're constantly, one goes in her room and she kicks her out of her room, and so the next day she'll be like, you kicked me out of your room yesterday, and so I'm kicking you out of my room. And I'm like, this makes no sense. If you don't like, so you didn't like it when someone kicked you out of their room. So instead, when the person comes in your room, you should say, you know what, I'm not going to be like what you did. I'm not going to do what you did to me yesterday, because I didn't find that behavior appropriate, and I don't like that in a person, So it kind of makes no sense for us to become that person that we profess we don't like, And so, I just want to encourage everyone to be the person that you are in agreement with. Be the person that you want to be treated. Be the person that you need. Because when we copy and imitate behaviors that we profess not to like, the only thing we're doing is giving off the impression that we agree with that behavior, that we think that behavior, we are condoning that behavior in all reality. So what we need to do is show the proper behavior, so that that person can then come to think, you know what, I was wrong in doing that. Because if we imitate that behavior, what they're going to think is, you see, I was right with that color orange. That color orange was perfect. And so I just want to encourage everyone to let's take Jesus's advice, his wisdom. Let's not be foolish and say things like, we treat people the way they treat us. No, I don't like the way people treat me. If it's in a way that I don't like, I'm most definitely not going to imitate it. I'm most definitely not going to behave the way that I profess I don't like, because in doing so, that makes me a hypocrite, and that makes me turn into the same thing that I don't like. Okay, so I pray everyone have a blessed day. Just a little encouragement and some of the words that Jesus himself speaks to me. I know how difficult this really is for everyone, and I just pray that we can stay grounded in the word of Jesus, stay stay grounded in the word of God as we push forward, as we move forward. Read the book of Proverbs that has so much wisdom. And I pray blessings to you all. Bye.